What are the obvious ways for you to achieve this financial freedom? For a lot of people, is work and save. Put that money away somewhere. That's okay. That's why I'm calling it an obvious way. These are some of the things we all do, right? You work and save. Then sometimes some people take it is like an inch higher, right? And they work, save, and then they invest in things with guaranteed fixed income returns. What are the challenges with these obvious ways? I talked about two obvious ways. You work and save, or you work, save, and invest in things with guaranteed returns. Is that most times for something to have guaranteed returns, the returns has to be low, because somebody is trying to say, come rain, come sunshine, I'm going to pay you this. So if it's really good, you get 4%. Most times, even when you hear of a high interest savings account, if they push it to 5 or 5.5%, it's like maybe they just make it promotional. After that, you go back to something like 4%, right? So the thing is, if you also check inflation in Canada, in US, in UK, you still see that maybe inflation is 2 point something or 3%, that range. So when you get this return and you pay taxes on them, you are just barely matching inflation. So because of inflation, you see that things that have guaranteed returns, at the end of the day, it's like you're just matching inflation. You're not really growing your money. All right. What you see is that this part, like the part of work, save, or work, save, and invest in guaranteed returns, they often don't lead to financial freedom. Like you'll be working and you'll be saving, but you see that you can't really stay away from work for the next 6 months or the next 1 year if you're going that route. So that pathway doesn't lead to financial freedom. Now let's talk about the less obvious hack to financial freedom. So that will be work, save, and invest in things with higher returns. So it's still the same thing you are doing, but it's just like there's a little tweak. Work, save, and invest in things with a bit of higher returns. If you invest 10,000 for 30 years, right, you get around, at 4%, you get around 32,000. Let's just use whole numbers, 32,000. Meanwhile, if that same 10,000 is invested for 30 years, but instead of 4%, it's growing at 8%, you get about 100,000, right? It's like the same money, the same time. What has changed is the rate, or the rate of return. 100,000 is 32,000 roughly times 3. So it's as if you have 3 times the amount of money that you're supposed to have. One thing I want you to take away from there is that if you can increase if you can look at things that are safe but have higher returns, you are going to end up with more money at the end of the day, right? And the question I'll ask is, what if you are investing in things that grow at higher than 8%? That's where we're getting to, all right? All these things I've been saying, the summary is this, that investing well is the pathway to financial freedom. Investing well. It's not just investing, because people invest and lose money, right? And so at the end of the day, you don't even have anything, talk less of something that is growing. Investing well is the pathway to financial freedom. This is where our company comes in, Investonomy. What we do is that we train people to become intelligent investors.